We've analyzed thousands of medical studies and only brought you the best evidence. Want to know what really works? Then stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe.
You know that feeling, right? That midday slump hits and you reach for an energy drink? They promise this big boost, this burst of power to get you through the day. But what if I told you that promise of energy is, well, it's hiding a much, much harsher reality? Let's peel back the label and find out what's really going on inside your body when you pop that tab. All right, let's just jump right in with the sugar. We all know a can of Coke is basically a sugar bomb, but get this. A Rockstar energy drink, it's packing a staggering 16 teaspoons of sugar. A Monster has 14 and a half. Yeah, you heard that right. Both of them have more sugar than a Coke. And it's usually high fructose corn syrup, which is just brutal for your liver to handle. But the sugar, believe it or not, is only half the story. Now let's look at the caffeine. That very same can of Rockstar or Monster, it's loaded with 160 milligrams of caffeine. Now compare that to the 45 milligrams in a Coke. That's more than 3 times the caffeine. So you're not just getting a mountain of sugar, you're getting a massive, massive dose of a powerful stimulant right alongside it. And this combination, this is what creates a ticking time bomb inside your body. It's not just that one of these things is bad, it's how this crazy mix of sugar and caffeine wages a two-front war on your body's actual energy systems. This right here, this is the illusion of energy. You drink one and boom, all that sugar causes this huge spike in your blood sugar. You get that brief moment of feeling sharp and clear. But then your body freaks out and releases a flood of insulin to deal with it all, which causes your blood sugar to crash hard. And the results? You feel irritable, foggy, and honestly even more tired than before. So what do? You reach for another one, and that vicious cycle just keeps on going. Okay, you might be thinking, but what about the caffeine? Surely that's giving me energy, right? Well, nope, not really. See, caffeine doesn't actually provide any fuel for your body, not a single drop. What it does is it blocks the chemical messengers in your brain that are trying to tell you you're tired. It's basically tricking your body into thinking it isn't exhausted, causing you to push your systems way beyond their natural limits. It's not adding fuel to the tank, it's just putting a piece of black tape over the empty light on your dashboard. To really understand the long-term damage here, we have to go deeper. We have to zoom way, way in, down to the cellular level. Because true, real energy isn't about some temporary buzz. It's about how well the tiny little power plants inside every single one of your cells are actually working. So say hello to your mitochondria. These are the microscopic power plants that live inside your cells. Their whole job is to take the food you eat and convert it into real, usable energy for everything your body does, from thinking to blinking to just existing. And the energy they make, it's a molecule called ATP. The easiest way to think about it is like your body's own rechargeable battery. Your mitochondria charge up these little ATP batteries, and then your cells spend that energy to get stuff done. This is what real energy is. Okay, so here's the absolute crucial point. For your mitochondrial power plants to do their job, they need certain tools. They're called cofactors. These are essential nutrients, things like B vitamins and magnesium. But the refined sugar in energy drinks, it's been completely stripped of all of these. So to process all that sugar, your body is forced to raid its own emergency stash of these vital cofactors, which is like dismantling your own machinery to keep the factory running for just a few more minutes. And this nutrient robbery leads to a really serious long-term problem. As your mitochondria get damaged from being overworked and starved of their tools, your cells start to lose their ability to use sugar for energy at all. This is a condition called insulin resistance. So the ultimate irony here is that the very drink you're chugging for energy is slowly destroying your body's actual ability to produce any. And the damage, unfortunately, doesn't stop at your mitochondria. Energy drinks also hit you with a more immediate threat that most of us just overlook. We're talking severe dehydration and mineral depletion. This is a pretty powerful way to picture what happens next. When that super concentrated sugar hits your system, your body has to pull water out of your cells just to dilute it. Then, on top of that, the caffeine acts as a diuretic, making you lose even more water. So while you're drinking this liquid thinking you're hydrating, you're actually causing your own cells to shrivel up like raisins. Now, let's talk about one of the most critical minerals for energy there is, potassium. It's the key electrolyte that helps charge our cellular batteries, and your body needs a massive amount of it every single day. We're talking about 4,700 milligrams. So, how much potassium do you think you get in one of those popular energy drinks? You ready for this? A measly 75 milligrams. That doesn't even make a dent in your daily needs. It's not even a drop in the ocean. But here is the real kicker. It's not just that energy drinks don't give you any potassium. The refined sugar in them actually steals your body's existing potassium stores. This weakens that fundamental electrical charge in your cells, making your nerves and muscles weaker over time. It is literally draining your batteries. So, if these drinks are just an illusion that ends in a crash, what's the alternative? How do you generate real, sustainable energy? Well, the answer, once again, is right back at the cellular level. True energy. It comes from properly fueling your body. It comes from getting enough potassium to recharge those cellular batteries, and enough magnesium to fuel the mitochondrial power plants. It comes from having a balance of electrolytes that allow your body's electrical system to work right, and from eating real, whole foods that give you a stable, long-lasting source of fuel, not some short-lived, damaging spike. So really, it all boils down to one simple question. Are you fueling your body with a chemical illusion that's just breaking down your cellular machinery over time? Or are you giving it the actual raw materials it needs to build real, lasting energy from the ground up? The choice, of course, is yours.
If you want to analyze medical questions yourself in seconds, using evidence-based medicine principles, the link to the service is below the video.